minutes.
Cool. And I'm doing a screen share, so the second I hit, well, right now people are kind of waiting on the Twitch. All I have to do is hit a button, and they'll see this as well. So now we're doing 2 screens at once.
That's fantastic. Well, and we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and then now when you flip the switch for Twitch, then we'll be streaming on 4 platforms simultaneously.
You damn right.
Oh man, I love it. Technology at its finest.
I love technology.
I'm just gonna make sure. There it is. I knew it was gonna happen. I was looking for the window. Eventually, it catches up to it, and I find out that I have a tab open somewhere that has this. Because I have the link for it has a countdown timer on YouTube. It's really nice. It tells people in their own time zone when we're gonna go live.
Nice.
Okay, I like it better. There we go. That'll give us a wider screen.
Cool. So adjust this a little bit. People don't see my room, which I forgot to clean because my life is incredibly busy. I also just moved.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Still in LA?
Yeah, still in LA, like a block out of Burbank. But it's a much better spot, man. Much better spot. In a nicely treated room. It's make wonderful.
That's good. Linda, what is up? Welcome.
Hey.
Okay, well, Bill, you're going to have to show me, hey, person in the background. You should focus on what you were doing before.
I love that person in the background.
I'm pretty sure that's Aiden. Kids
can't
resist. They can't resist.
They just showing off.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so welcome to our live launch. Those that watched the Naruto event recognize I actually snuck Chill the Violence on and wore it all weekend. I didn't say a word to anybody. It's the only piece that I have of the collection. And so nice. It was like a little preview, a little sneak preview.
Shiny.
Well, and you're wearing, what are you wearing? You have a Billmoji on, right?
I do actually. Well, first off, how y'all doing? Hope y'all looking forward to a wonderful stream today with me. Karina89, how you doing? Yeah, that's my dad. That's awesome. And
yo, Jimmy's here. What's up,
Jimmy? So right now, working with Color World, something kind of cool that these guys do is they take your image and actually kind of merge it with characters you voiced. And one of the characters I'm actually kind of be streaming about all day today is from One Punch Man's Bakuzan. He was the villain for season 2. And these vulnerable people here actually took my image and merged it onto a shirt. You can see for yourself right over there.
There you go, Jimmy.
Right there. Pretty damn dope. So it's pretty cool. These are going to be for sale pretty soon, aren't they?
Oh, they're live. I went ahead just minutes before we went out there. I should be able to. And I shot you the link in your email for people. Let's see. Although, so I'll start with this because I'll show you why. When we're trying to pimp the clothing line, you got to help me because you're shirtless in every picture of you that's on the internet. So there. So you got to send me over pictures of you wearing stuff. It's like every picture.
Listen. The people of Color World went out of their way to actually get me a shirt. Clothes. I have been naked and alone for so long. Everyone. So long. I got his shirt.
All right. So you're wearing the Billmoji right now.
I am.
There's two versions of the Billmoji. There's one that's more vertical in nature.
That's just chilling, baby.
It looks smooth. It does look smooth. And then there's the one that Bill has on right now. Bill has. Check out the hoodie is dope. Look at that. All right. So that's the mock-up,
baby.
The mock-up of the hoodie. So you guys check those out. They are live. The merch store is now live. Did I get you? I'm trying to remember. Did I send you any of the Jungle collection yet?
No, but you should shoot all the links not only here, but into the chat stream as well, so the world may know and click now.
Oh, absolutely.
They can click whenever they feel like, but it's there.
They can click whenever they. Let's see. Control C. Oh my gosh! If I can copy.
I'm so impressed. I had my dad. Hey, my dad actually made a Twitch and came on. That's actually kind of cool.
That is dope. What's
I'm a family man here.
What's your dad's name?
I'm a junior. We'll
Oh,
call him William.
Hello. Well, hey, Bill Butts Senior.
I like that. Bill Butts Senior.
Bill Butts. Your voice is way better than mine. That's why you do that for a living, and I do something else.
With our powers combined,
right? Yes. Everybody has to have a set. Okay, so what else do you have? Because I have a list of what you have, and I could cheat. But what do you have? Your pile of cool swag to show off?
Well, actually, when it comes to all that over here, a lot of it is the famous fit line. He's push here, which is actually pretty cool. We do a little unwrapping right here for you guys. It's actually kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I think it's all about like tech, a little bit of not about me. This is actually a Color Worlds kind of thing here. What kind of love on yourself? Listen, you are famous in your own way, shape, or form. Love yourself and may as well get fit at it. COVID be damned. I say, by all means, get that line too. And outside of like a famous fit, one thing I really like in the things that Color was kind of pushing right now, especially in today's very intense climate, is the shirt actually Brad's wearing right now. Brad, you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, I can talk about Chill the Violence. Okay, so it obviously started with Colin Kaepernick years ago, and then the whole discussion became, when is it okay to protest? How is it okay to protest? And that kind of idea entered the national lexicon, and honestly, the freedom to assemble is guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America. But what has happened is that police have turned their weapons on the people of America while they're exercising their constitutional freedoms, and whether it's a rubber bullet, whether it's tasing people, whether it's shooting people, plenty of people have been gunned down by the police without a trial. And that's not the function of police. Are simply just to bring citizens who they believe, and that's a personal judgment, right? That they believe are breaking the law before the judicial system. And the judicial system is supposed to take over from there, right, as one of the three branches of government. But too many Americans have been denied their judicial rights, their right to a trial by jury, and they've been killed in the streets. And so this image harkens back to the days of NWA, in which they first warned us of police brutality in the 90s. NWA, so what, 30 years ago? Yep. We have been there. Right? We've had an issue in our country with police brutality. And Colin
Kaepernick
attempted to peacefully raise awareness of what was going on in America, and it failed. It failed miserably. He was mocked by the President of the United States of America. He was mocked by NFL fans. He was shunned. NFL owners kind of like started dividing themselves in terms of who thought it was appropriate. It was a mess. And fast forward a few more years, man, it's not any better. And so at this point, I'm sick and tired. I'm fed up, and I want the police to put their weapons away. And I don't care, man. I got to tell you, like I kind of have the same same argument about hunting. Like is it hunting? Is what you're doing a sport? Because in sports, both teams have equal opportunity to win. And if you're taking a weapon out into the field and the animal doesn't have an equal opportunity to shoot you, is it a sport? Then it doesn't feel much like a sport. So if the police are going to approach somebody that they believe is breaking the law, they should do it in a manner that is not violent and isn't violent and doesn't become violent and stays away from violence. And so this Chill the Violence line is about supporting Americans' right to continue to live and experience their constitutional right of a trial by jury and not a trial by police execution. And so it's a police issue Glock 9 inside of an ice cube. for obvious reasons, because
I
this
see.
right? Well, because this idea was brought to light 30 years ago. And it was taken as disrespectful now, and any kind of challenging of the police's authority to kill its citizens is taken as disrespectful. But I would say the disregard for human life is disrespectful, and so that's where the chill the violence line comes from.
I dig it solely because it's been happening for a long time, but I wouldn't necessarily say Colin Kaepernick's works were that of a failure, because I want to say, like, I wouldn't say
did somebody say that in your chat?
no, it's a bit of rewarding here. It's not that society is still not really moved forward. It has. And I kind of love the fact that what he did, though, at the time, society had failed him. The man continued to stand his ground, and I respect that more than anything. Because when the world really tried to push back, he stood there and simply just said no. Michael Stromer was good, but what's that? Wait, Michael,
is he in
Laura?
Is he in both?
Laura, she's such a swear. She's the best. But pause that. Back to it. This man stood his ground right there, and everyone kept saying, like, you're insulting the military. Well, I will say this right now, guys. As a man born in Annapolis, Maryland, and his father, who was lieutenant commander of the U.S. Navy and was on the USS Iowa when I was born. By the way, he's in the chat right now. What's up, Dad? No, it is not against the military. It is simply Black society being like, hey, can we be tried fairly? Can we not be, going back to you said, hunted even? Because let's face it, if you were to buy a rifle, and 100 years ago you'd be doing that to eat. Now it's more so like trophy hunting. Creepily enough, you can't tie the two back together, where sometimes officers are doing that. I had like the worst thing. Like my girlfriend, love her to death. We're sitting there driving the backseat and we go drive her home, man. And I had an officer ride my bumper for about a mile. I have broken no laws. Pulls up illegally into the wrong lane next to me. Puts on his bright sideways. Sarah goes, where you going? I said, I'm going home. Where is that? Home. Sorry. So you were literally riding my bumper for about a mile there. I was kind of happy that you're a police officer. What's your name? It's not irrelevant. I'm like, excuse me? And it was ugly that she had to experience for kind of viewing the first time. Like, oh no, this is DWB.
Yep.
Right over here. And what the worst part is, he followed us.
Really?
For another 6 miles to her place, then circled the complex. You see, it's reasons like that which they think they need a re-education to their system, and actually their eyes open up to the ugliness that it really is their lifestyle, which is why I really support your shirt with the Chill the Violence actually campaign right now. Because let's face it, I have every right to be angry about that. That is, for me, that was Tuesday. It's something that I've been grown up with my entire life of officers harassing me like that. I distinctly remember being like 8 and having an officer pull my mom over and tell her she was going 60 miles an hour when all she did was take a right-hand turn in a neighborhood. Brother, it's real. It's real. But what's cool about what you're doing, is giving people something to kind of say, more of a voice and a conversation starter. You would see that and be like, that's a pretty cool shirt. But then open up the dialogue about that. It's not so much about that NWA's where saying it is fuck the police, but it's more so about like, hey, let's stop for a second and just chill. Let's talk about this. Which I kind of go back to even Colin Kaepernick. That's what he wanted to do, open up a dialogue.
Yep.
It's like, will you sit there and salute the flag? That song was literally not made for anyone who looks like me. So, no. America is a beautiful place. I'm saying that right now. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's, to my knowledge, has way more freedoms than a lot of places. Unfortunately, at the current times, and things are changing moving forward, which is why I have things like these shirts. That's why you've been seeing me on my streams, but not talking to a lot of people here about this progressive thinking and really kind of bringing an end to these racist thoughts and the re-education folks, on top, of course, gaming and things like that. We make these steps and we educate people and move forward. This is probably the most educational thing was going to really bring out. Where people can kind of look at that and really start this process and really help things move forward to really bring an end to the horrible mentality that isn't within today's society. And it doesn't have to be in a big bang and anger and everything like that. No. Discussion. You'd be amazed. But we sit there and talk about this all day. But what do you say, Brad? We say open up to the chat here. Let them ask us questions.
Well, let's see the rest of the stuff because we've got Chill the Violence. Do you have? I feel like I sent you. Should pull up from
Chill the Violence.
Yeah.
And this shirt right over here. That you're actually wearing the Chill the Violence one. So I just kind of brought out that famous fit. And this one right here.
The Billmoji. I thought I sent you more than that. Don't you have a bunch of stuff? Let's see.
Well, check.
I'm going to pull up my super secret list of things that I know that you have.
Super secret list.
Okay. Oh, dude, don't you have a Notorious RBG?
I do.
No,
I do.
No, Notorious. She is.
So Ruth.
Yes. Yes. That's
right
dope.
there.
Okay.
Ruth.
She's a bad bitch.
Powerful advocate when it comes to
everything.
We'll say ending the sexist mentality within the system. And I respect that. I respect that. Yes, she had her opinions in some things, but I will say when it comes to the equality of women's rights, which I'm about, you know what? Ruth, she was all right. I've considered her a beautiful part of the system that is really going to make society move forward on true equality and equity leading up to that equality. So obviously, I'm saying this: rest in power, Ruth Ginsburg, RGB Notorious. She's all right. So we got that line going for you too, my man.
Rest in power. I like that. And you got a long sleeve green famous fit. Did that one?
We have right here.
Because with Bill Butts, we had to develop a fitness line because, like, he's a fitness dude. I mean, all the pictures of it. Oh, look at that. Yes.
Right here for you.
Yes. I love it.
So it's actually a pretty dope line right here for you as well.
Well, and
we actually can you link back that site real quick?
Yeah, I'll put it back on there. Beep.
Bill, I know how you feel because I had an officer come to me and told me that I fit the description of someone who was Messiah. I'm gonna say this right now. I had that exact thing happen right near Oak Park Mall because I used to live there. They came at me guns drawn, because I used to live in Oak. Well, it's too late now because I don't live there and it's been like a decade. But Oak Park Village, right next to Oak Park Mall, I left the gym complex, and they literally came at me guns drawn because I look like a suspect. I have lived that exactly, and it's terrible. Also, random fact, guys, I used to live in Kansas.
Kansas.
Mm-mm.
In the middle, or do you live near Kansas City?
Oh, Kansas City.
Okay.
Trust me, Kansas City is like a metropolis.
Yes.
I mean that quite literally. That's actually kind of. Granted, Superman was created in kind of close to Cleveland, Ohio, which is a place you can actually visit the house where Superman was thought
up.
You can. And I've been there. It's wonderful. Went there.
Metropolis, Illinois.
Power when Alfonso Butts, my grandfather, passed away. On the way back, we went there. You can find it literally on Lois Lane. I kid you not. And went there, but going full circle to it. Yeah, Smallville is kind of like Topeka-ish. It's like, how to describe this? If you went to Kansas City right now, you would see a city with the fanciest sit you've ever seen. It has literally more fountains about anywhere in the country. You can Google that. Kansas City does.
More what?
Buildings, more fountains.
More like fountains. Really?
Anywhere in the country.
Interesting.
It's beautiful. Okay. It is like the world headquarters of Sprint is there. Hallmark, Lee Jeans, and the works. It's all right there. It's a beautiful city. It's a wonderful commercial mecca. The second you leave this thing called like the 405 loop, the highway kind of surrounding it, you're gonna see corn and wheat for days.
Yeah. Well, we live in Iowa now, so we're about that corn life.
Yeah, baby.
So yes, all of the collections that we're talking about today are on Bill's merch store. The Jungle collection is we pinged Bill and asked him what his favorite animals in the world were. Don't worry, Bill. It says red panda. It's
I love red pandas.
I know you do. So the red panda's there, the Bengal tiger, the Black Panther. That Black Panther does look dope on that poppy red shirt.
It's dope.
It does look dope. So all this stuff is on Bill's merch store. We developed it with me, Bill Butts, Sarah Roach, Kaylee Alvarez. Kaylee should have been here, but she has had so many complications with her pregnancy, and she is due in a couple weeks. So rather than, she had a hard time deciding like when to take care of herself and when to take care of things at work. And so we kind of stepped in and just said, okay, it's clear you're just going to like keep pushing. And we don't want to be your excuse to not take care of yourself. So she's on maternity leave. And so I invited Ren. I don't know where Ren is. Ren's a no-show.
Just give him a minute.
He's the brains behind the Chill the Violence. He created that image. It's available in lots of things that Bill and Sarah wear. I'm not a tank top guy, but Bill clearly is a tank top guy.
It's breathable. And just guess what? No pit stains when you're working hard.
That's true.
I'm just saying, you can't be, especially living in like LA.
Yeah,
just great. It's gonna be. Let me check my phone here. The current temperature today is in the middle of nearly November is 70 degrees. Yeah, it is 70.
So
it was
we're
like in the 90s last week, so it's like, it's fine.
43 in Iowa, baby. Ooh, give me that winter.
That's disgusting. I hate cold. I miss snow and winter weather. I like collect suits and things like that. So I got like a full. I literally went to a store and found like a full white Steve Harvey outfit. I'm talking like the full like I'm talking like white top, a suit top, suit in the work, the pants, the shoes. I found all, and I got it for like $100. I'm like buying that. Bought it, worth it. I go to like Goodwill. I found like a perfectly sized purple suede top. You'd be amazed if you just look the crazy crap you can find, man. Yeah, I'm all about it. And sadly, in LA, I can wear it like a month out of the year. Your boy be sweating, and that ain't pretty. That ain't sexy, baby. No.
Well, we made sure to put plenty of tank tops in your collection. In fact, I think everything does come in a tank top. If anybody is a tank top person, if there's anything in the 4 collections for Bill, so Jungle Collection, Famous Fit, Chill the Violence, and Bill Moji, you should have all the options. I have become, I don't know if Jonah like totally flipped out. We sent him his new winter collection, and there's hoodies. So they're long sleeve shirts, but they have a hood on them. And so he coined the term shoody. So we made sure to add some shoodies in there. If there's a particular piece of apparel you guys are after, so
I'm laughing at someone's comment on there. Some men and women are turned on by sweaty black guys. You're welcome in that case.
I'm a big fan of sweaty women. I don't mind being in the gym. I don't mind. Rachel cannot stand. She cannot. It's like the number one reason she won't work out. She just can't stand sweat. I don't get sweaty. It's such an appropriate reason for taking a shower. I feel like so many days the showers are just a waste. They're like it's just you flaunting your Americanness.
America.
You know, like if you were to go to so many places in the world to be like, yeah, I can stand and dump hot water on myself for 40 minutes. They'd be like,
kind of like,
yeah, exactly. People really lose sight of how privileged and how rich we are in America, that we can throw away food, that we can pour water on ourselves for no good reason. Like somebody who didn't do anything in their day and is like, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to go take a shower. Like the fact that we have that luxury and it doesn't cost $100 to take that shower. Like, yeah. So these brands are
for me for a while, man. I think it's like the first time I went to a spa, I was wow, for $25, I can just sit in this boiling hot water that's like has all this like oils and stuff kind of all around me for like the day. You can't do this anywhere else. So going back to the first question, America is wonderful in some ways and horrible in others. Also, if you go to LA, pre-COVID, there's this place called in Little Koreatown called We Spa. It was actually featured, I think, on Conan O'Brien. You can look that up. It's him and Steve Ewan go there, and it is, that's all I'm gonna say. But if you want a good laugh,
Yeah.
click that, just YouTube that right now, and it's all true. It's all true. Shoot. Hey, can you shoot a link to the merch in the chat?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna post your video of man, how many videos did they do together? They have done Steve Ewan and Conan O'Brien are like they hang out all the time.
They're amazing.
I don't know which one of these videos is the I better put spa in there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many different. There we go. The best of Steve Ewan and Conan O'Brien. Oh, apparently. Oh, it's the Korean spa?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do this best of one because the best of one has like 12 minutes of Conan O'Brien and Steve Ewan. Okay. Here we go. Share. We'll put that in chat. So yeah, the idea behind all the collections for Bill and Sarah is that they mean something. Like we all need something to wear. You know, it's illegal to go outside without clothes on. But it's, you know, like you can throw something on or you can put something on that says something. And I'm a big fan of, I don't mind being loud and obnoxious, but I'd rather my clothing do the loud and obnoxious. Like I talk so much these days. I feel like, Bill, I'm sure there are days that you feel like that too, where you've streamed so long and you did recording sessions and then you're talking to friends and family and you're like, I just kind of want to shut up right now. That this is a way for your apparel to keep talking, even when you're tired, even when you're exhausted. Like I'm exhausted from talking about like constitutional freedoms that like we all should be on the same page about. And so, but I can just put this on and just let my apparel just keep having the conversation with everybody that sees this image. And the reason that I bring up NWA, Bill, I want people to understand that this is a 30-year history. This isn't what happened in 2020. This isn't inspired by coronavirus. This isn't inspired by Colin Kaepernick. This is like a 30-year history of the police taking liberties that they don't have, that they don't possess.
So when it comes to that specific item, yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yep. All right. Steve Ewan and Conan O'Brien.
Tell you what, you know something's actually kind of cool, man. On my mom's side, my actual grandfather right over there, great guy, Richard B. Sims. He's a wonderful man. Was one actually the first actual black DJs. This guy was a military man, father of 6. Dude was about it, man, and fought all the way there, even with MLK in the works. And if you actually, he passed away due to a complication in the hospital a little before I was born. I'm talking like months. But if you actually go to Maryland right now in the Chesapeake Bay, you'll find a plaque with his name on it.
Nice.
It's been a fight happening for 400 years, man.
Yeah.
So
well, for sure.
I know. I'm just expanding upon this over here. So it makes it really cool that there's always something building upon and building and building and building for like his fight move forward, everyone else's fight move forward.
Yep.
Then like you have 30 years ago, before Light Folk even born, we have NWA actually putting their point on there. But let's face it, they were raged about it because they had a right to be.
Oh, for sure.
Well, at the same time, it's like you can take all of these things from the past and the fights, you can evolve them, man.
Yep.
So we have like this 30-year history of leading on to NWA down to their Chill the Violence campaign. It kind of makes you look forward to what comes next as this progressive, peaceful, and well thought out plans go forward, man. Like what do you see coming? Like, I look for people like watching this, kind of getting inspired by this, man. Speak some life in this for me, Brad. Speak some life to me.
Well,
really want to see this happen. Let's go.
Well, I'm getting sick and tired of being on the sideline. So I'm probably, there are two. So the Libertarians have managed to put back-to-back candidates for president on the ticket for all 50 states 2 election cycles in a row. I think it's been since the Reform Party and Ross Perot to see a third party back to back in a national election, all 50 states. So that's encouraging. And then Andrew Yang is actually part of the People's Party, and their idea is that let's vote Democrats into office so that we can rewrite legislation to make it more plausible to have a third party, a viable third party. I think to me, that's where this all leads. To me, my goal is to kind of stop being on the sidelines. If it's, I kind of feel like next cycle is when I run for president. If it's not next cycle, it's the one after that.
I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of watching. I'm sick and tired of lesser of two evils. I'm sick and tired of, you want to love Kamala Harris for so many things that she brings to the table that no one else has. But then, you go and you look at her extremely problematic history in the state of California, in which she blatantly broke laws, blatantly turned a blind eye, blatantly incarcerated people that were innocent, blatantly denied parole to people who were innocent, blatantly helped with mass incarceration. Like, I'm tired of lesser of two evils. I'm tired of voting identity politics. I'm tired. I want a good choice and a great choice. I want 3 and 4 and 5 people like we had in the Democratic primary. That's what I want. I want that slate of tremendous available for president. I don't want to wake up one morning and find 2 old white dudes are running for president against each other. I'm sick and tired. Like, we went from 9 candidates for Democrat in the primary, and I literally woke up one day and the only people that were left were 2 old white guys, DJT versus Joe Biden. And I'm like, I literally just had an Asian, I had several women, I had a gay mayor who's a practicing Christian. I had the greatest slate of candidates ever, and I woke up and now there's 2 old white guys running for president. I'm sick and tired of living in America that keeps trying to pick the winning team.
Yeah.
We've watched too much American Idol. We've watched too much sports, and now instead of voting for who we think will represent us or make the world a better place, we're voting for who we think will win the election. And those are 2 very different ways to vote. And I'm sick and tired of people voting to be on the winning team. It has made us all losers, and we've all suffered, and it's our own damn fault. Every single person that's watching this, who's ever going to watch this for the next 4 years, we're here because we got us there. We got us there. And so that's if you're going to ask me where we're going, I'm sick and tired of watching us trade great for the lesser of two evils. I'm sick and tired of the lesser of two evils.
I tell you what, man.
You asked, so
no. That's good. It's I'm gonna speak some live for you, brother. Well, also at the same time, I got some folk asking some questions here on Twitch, which is good things.
Good
things. You know what, man? It's interesting because I feel you on that. We had all these options, and somehow we still went with Joe. And I'll tell you this much: it's like Joe is not my first choice. It's former Vice President Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris. She got her demons. But at the same time, we have someone who's the worst thing he did was build a miniature prison for people who are illegally committing crimes and going across the border as 2 things. And that has now been expanded upon to families getting separated from the children. Like you can Google that right now. And in the debates, strangely, neither side would want to go into that. But what I'm talking about at the root is Barack Obama. You can look all you want. The war was still happening.
Yeah, he killed
outside of that.
So many people with
wore a tan suit once.
I
don't know what you can say about that outside of the guy. The guy did his job and was very peaceful about it, and the world loved him. And we've kind of gone to the opposite side of that, which is a little bit ridiculous. But what I'm saying now, guys, is we've took a big step backwards politically. But at the same time, it's to look at these answers and move forward in that, and it comes to how we can really bring about the change, because it goes a lot larger than two old white guys yelling at a cloud. I actually encourage you, Brad, with your thought mind process, my man, just with these shirts and the things you're bringing forward to the table, bruh. Yes, absolutely. Get into politics.
Oh yeah,
Get into politics.
I'm tired of watching.
Local, whatnot, man. Keep it going. And on top of all of that, guys, it's a lot more than them. It's our get involved in your local government.
Oh,
talk to your family.
Big time.
You'd be surprised with like one person's mind can change, and they're gonna tell two more. And it spreads like wildfire to what we can leave the two angry people who so happen to be white till they're alone. And guess what? They'd be like, huh, maybe my thought process is messed up. And even if they didn't, circle all the way back. They're alone in that thought process. If your 70-year-old grandma can learn to use a cell phone, she can learn not to hate black people. Yeah. So I was going to say that right now.
Yeah.
And going back to some questions right over here. One, I would love to do a buddy cop fling with Rico Fajardo. I love that guy.
Oh man, Rico, have you watched? Do you watch anime? Are you an anime guy?
I am. Rico's an amazing friend and actor. I met him at I think it was like a E3 and Anime Expo, and a little talking like pool party. And him and I had a bromance that's worth like that. We stream together every once in a while.
Yeah, I saw that. You guys were playing like a Ninja Samurai game. That was fun.
It was amazing. We're looking at I say ironically, both of us just moved from one location to the next. And as soon as his stuff gets set up, we're gonna be streaming Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer. So look forward to that.
That's the one that I saw you guys watch. Or you guys play.
It's it was like an old PS3 game, Origami, which is it's like this old school little like Ninja Teo game. Imagine like Tenchu but ghetto, and I loved it. Ghost of Tsushima just came out for multiplayer, and we're gonna play that. It's gonna be like Origami but better.
Oh man, you just said a lot of words. Maybe it's new, so we don't know. If you like anime and you love Rico, you all should watch Uzuki-chan Wants to Hang Out. It's streaming right now on Funimation, and it's Monica Rial is the female lead, and Rico Fajardo is the male lead, and it is so freaking funny. She is such a troll. I know Monica just lives for those episodes, like when she goes into stream to record, like she literally, her character just follows Rico around and like just troll after troll after troll. Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything like that is in real life. Does he troll Rico? Possibly.
I don't know. Is it it'd be interesting. I don't know anything about Rico's personal life. I've been in the same room as him a few times. I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to sit because I'm friends with so many of his friends, but I've never, like, Kellen Goff is a good friend of Rico's. And the dinner we were all supposed to go at, like, there was just this sad empty chair where Rico was supposed to sit at the dinner, and he never showed up to the dinner. And so yeah, there's just so many opportunities. Like, whatever the fates have it out against us for us, like, never to actually sit down. So he's just, I'm sure I'm just like that guy in a man bun at the convention to Rico. Like, you would have to like describe me for 5 minutes before he, like, one thing would be like, oh, is he that? Yeah. So I don't know.
I would start with the beard.
You think so? Yeah. I mean, the gray streak. Are there that many people with man buns?
Man buns, yes. But with a Reed Richards beard, no.
Does Reed has a beard now?
Actually, actually, guys, if you were reading the comics and about the Encouragements with the Secret Wars, Reed Richards totally had a beard. Actually, that's only a halfway joke. He totally does now, and it's kind of really cool. But so that's a good thing.
Oh, wow.
You can take that to the bank. And catch up to the chat here. Cadmos, you're right. Rioting and looting is a bad thing, which I have a mixed feeling on that. We're going to say this very briefly. When you grow up in an area where you are trapped into and hunted constantly, I can understand the anger that would lead to that. Now, thankfully, you can look this up with the Washington Post, which then led to everyone else. is in fact checked the BLM protest. This is not what you said, but I'm throwing some info out there for everyone else. 93% of the BLM protests up to today have been peaceful. So I don't know who's rioting and looting because it ain't really happening. But for those that have happened, yeah, some folk blew a lid and freaked out all the way back to the the Boston Tea Party. So
I know
I don't say about that. Folk get angry.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword. I certainly, and Chill the Violence is a perfect example of a message that I want to spread that is anti-violent. And certainly breaking things that don't belong to you is an anti-violent. But the Revolutionary War doesn't happen peacefully. The taking down of Nazi Germany doesn't happen peacefully. The ending of World War I doesn't happen. None of those things are, and none of it was fought on American soil. We went to their place and trashed it. In fact, we had to help rebuild much of Europe after we blew the hell out of it and bombed it. We completely destroyed 2 entire cities, and then within a 100-mile radius with 2 nukes in Japan. So I think people should just chill the fetch out before they go talking about looting and rioting, because I'm pretty sure they would have voted to drop those bombs. So let's just chill on the double talk. Let's chill on that. Let's chill on violence. Let's chill on talking out of both sides of our face. Let's do the right thing. I don't mince words when it comes to that kind of, these brands are not, these are aspirational brands for a better world that we live in, for a nonviolent world, for a world in which we are all fit to be famous, that each one of us, black, brown, white, red, Asian, Hispanic, I don't give a fetch who you are fit to be famous. And you should find the thing in your life that you're passionate about, that you love, and that you believe in with all your heart. And you should pursue that. Until do you know that Ed Sheeran was a total loser when he started?
Go on.
So, okay, so I have a very firm policy, Bill, of if there's something that you want to do in your life, that you find somebody who's already done it and you figure out how they got there. Well, I was preparing for some interview with somebody, and Ed Sheeran's videography comes up on the screen. And he literally could not carry a tune and was sleeping on people's couches and floors and going from club to club. And he sang so much, he worked on it so much that he actually got better. He became good enough to pursue that as a line of work, as a career, and then continue to improve from there to the point where he began to be noticed. And then from there began to move, and went from wildly regarded as a hideously ugly person when he first came on the scene. Let's face it. Let's just call it what it is. People thought he was an ugly looking dude, but now has all the women to swoon that they'll line up. So that is to say that I don't care.
The guy got on Game of Thrones. It's pretty dope.
What now?
Oh, you didn't know?
I don't watch.
It threw me off because I'm still back there going because someone's singing this song. These guys are on a campfire and the camera turns. I'm like, wait a damn minute.
And it's him.
Yeah,
that
happened. It was the only good thing from the last season. Moving on.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Yeah. So these brands are meant for people to care. They're meant for you to think about what you want to say that day. You're going to go about your work. You're going to do these things. But it's meant that no matter what you're doing, that you're still going to be talking. Yeah. And it goes back to your point about having the conversation. I want to help design apparel that furthers the conversation, or that begins the conversation. If you're a person who money, religion, politics, and sex are the only things that matter, that's it. Everything else is an appendage of money, religion, politics, and sex. So if you're talking about something other than those things, you need to bring it back to one of those 4. Because I guarantee you, the shows you're watching are putting money in people's pockets. The merchandise you're purchasing is putting money in people's pockets. You working, decide as a consumer, Like you vote with your dollars. And sex is as basic a human need as food, water, clothing, shelter. It is just as basic a human need. And for us to deny that denies an entire industry that wants to sell it to you. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry that wants to sell sex to you. In other countries, it's available for free. But in America,
called hentai.
well, it's not just that. It's look at
playing.
for what was it? OnlyFans. That's something that's a brand new 2020 thing, in that like everybody's their own porn star now, and a lot of my friends that I thought had a different career now have a only. I don't know. I'm not gonna be the person that's for them to.
I can't hear OnlyFans without like slightly laughing. So because going back to it, because I love this kid, man. Every time I stream with Rico, we'd always like joke around and be like, all right, remember, every time we die, it's like, well, at least we can always go back to our good old OnlyFans, Rico Butts. People look that up there. We go to Rico Butts at OnlyFans. On tomatoes. It doesn't exist. But one day, I think we should make it like the most wholesome thing on the planet. Like,
And then put it on
you want a video of me holding the door open for this fine older lady? You're welcome.
Oh, I would love that. I would love a whole line of you doing like really nice things for people, and then just being photographed. That would be adorable. I think I would purchase a shirt of you holding a door open for an old white woman.
I'd do it.
I would totally. I'm for the spreading of any sort of positive imagery, any sort of positive message, any sort of. Like we need so much in 2020. We like really, really need positivity. And I appreciate you and working on this brand. I know you have something else that you've got coming up later today. So
we got time. I just want to say one thing real quick to Sean World. I see you, baby. And yes, Tom is one of the greatest characters ever voiced in our life. I love Tom. By the way, there's Reed Richardson has wonderful beard. Look at him.
I found it.
Chistic as fuck. But funny story for you, Shenworld, and all you Shenmue fans out there. Voicing Brandon Park was good, baby. Voicing Tom, I literally freaked out because they didn't tell me until the day I walked into the studio.
Oh, good.
All they told me in the studio was, hey, want to bring in for a game? It was that secret. That was the thing. So I'm like, all right, well, I do like getting paid because, that's my job. And I walk in and it was written on a piece of paper on the door, Shenmue. I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So
I walked in.
Like you walked in?
Yeah. I walked in and the director and all that there's like, by the way, you're going to be, you'll be the new Tom. I was like, what's like, we brought back as many people as we possibly could. We said it, you're the new Tom. I'm like, yes! And Tom was one of like the first black characters to get a voice in video games.
Good.
So it's for the Dreamcast 1. And I get it. I record all the things. They loved it so much. I had a bit of a conversation. And some of you guys have heard like half of this story when it came to how eventually led to me even being one of the villains in Shenmue. It's big bro. And just for you, Shenworld, true life story. Corey Marshall was recording for Rio for that there. And Rio, of course, he has over 10,000 lines in the game. He's recording. I literally like booted the door open. Went, hi, Rio! There's Tom right there. Corey lost his damn mind, man. We've been like close friends ever since. Love that guy. You can find videos of me teaching him how to twerk online somewhere. Shoot.
That's awesome.
There's Tom. Oh man, there's no photo of it, but I went to E3 before it was gonna be released. I actually got to meet Yu Suzuki and actually did the dance with him, and he
really?
He lost his mind. Yu Suzuki pretty much is Sega, and he was the father of Shenmue. Other whatnot there, and he lost his mind. He's like, "You're Tomo!" I was like, "Hi!" And
that's cool.
It was freaking
that
awesome.
Sounds amazing, is what that sounds like.
Yeah. But for those watching, this is a brand new release of a fun little clothing line for you. You can check it out. Of course, it'll be an evolving thing.
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of like the whole day is kind of revolved around One Punch Man. So this here, if you're fans of One Punch Man or the character of Bakuzan, yeah, you can find it right here. And I just put a link there in the store, and it's great. It's great. And as time's moving on, I'm going to tell you guys a fun story. Brad, I'm not sure if you know this one, Brad.
Do it.
I'm going to tell you about the character of Bakuzan. And you can actually see the famous round, the Bill emoji there on the right side of the screen right there. Where it's just kind of either you can get one either chilling or flexing on them. And they're pretty dope. They're pretty dope. If you actually were to do that, if you were to buy one and shoot, I will sign it live with a personal message and send it over to you. For anything out there, if you just go to the Discord, which you can actually find links to the Discord throughout the chat, by all means, I got you. I got you. I don't mind signing things for people. But that said, that character means a lot to me because I got it.
Because I can do horrendous dark creatures' voices.
And with that there,
because
what's up?
Do you have a Transformer yet? You need to be a,
I miss Transformers by like this much. I do have some stuff cool coming up, but for obvious reasons I can't talk about it.
Oh, sure, NDA.
Yeah, but yeah, I did miss Transformers by that much, and because stuff happens like Transformers and things like that is it's prelay. So they're recorded, and some things you might be like, oh, okay, well, they're finally making this. Oh, no, baby. Prelay means they're recorded first. And then, like, a year or two down the line, it's all that stuff is, like, animated to those voices and brought up. And this takes, like, a minimum a year. So, yeah.
Dude,
I've been in LA for 3 years.
The next Transformers movie. You need to audition.
I would love to because I'm very proud of my my range, so we'll see where that goes.
Dude, that's amazing. I'm so in love with that. Like, that's such a great. So is that the voice you use for Bakuzan?
No,
that is what I plan to use for him.
But like at the first take, when yeah, he's usually just slightly a version of my voice in his human form. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna kill you. So because I've won the Bakuzan had won the tournament twice in a row. I usually killed my opponent because I'm just that freaking awesome. But his transformation scene, his first scene is where he beats the hell out of this new up and comer called Sweetio, voiced by Alan Lee, very talented actor. And
Alan, I know Alan and Nicole.
Yep.
Yes.
And I wanted to make the director laugh at first, so I mixed the Hulk with like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
So like the first line is like, "Where do you think you're going? Your opponent's right here."
So instead of right here, I took this.
No, yeah, next to this, and made.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
And I did that, and they loved. He goes, "That's the voice." Love it. He walked out of that side of the booth, went on and like hugged me. I was like, "Oh, that is precisely what I planned." Yes. Shoot. So it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
Awesome.
And
that was the voice and the birth of Bakuzan's demonic voice.
So it was it's fun. So to this day, Bakuzan was one of my funnest characters I've ever done. And I literally cried when I got the email saying I booked him.
Yeah.
Solely because I'm man enough to say this. I actually used to shave my head bald. Dress up as Saitama. I ran 100% charity events with fitness at conventions.
Oh man.
So it would all go to Hurricane Relief to Japan. All of it. Not a dime went to the convention, not a dime went to me. And I would do this because, well, one, I care, and two, you got to promote fitness in the con community.
Yeah.
So we would actually do the legitimate One Punch Man workout.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Man.
You can find, if you have him on Facebook, Bill Butts, just, find me. And it's an open Facebook, whatever. You can find it there. You can go to albums and actually see things for, I think of one to be Nakakon. And you'll see us lined up. I had one guy dressed up as like Moomin Rider, so a couple of Saitamas, Pretty Prisoner. And we would do this, bring from like a C to an S class. I'm like, can you do like 30 of each? Down to S class, you're doing 100 of each and you're running. And we'd have like average Joes show up to this, to even literal Marines. They were about it. So I ran like the S class ones, and my friends ran like the A, B, and C classes. and it was amazing. Now, I will say one person I will always talk about this kid. Oh, and also welcome back, Messiah. This kid's name is Malcolm Tolfit. He shows up and he goes to do the C class one. He's sitting there, he's in line with that. And before we're getting ready to start, I have like a megaphone. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna get started. He goes, excuse me. I'm like, yes. I want to do them all. I'm like, so all right, cool. You can start with C, and then if you want to do maybe like do like 10 more of each, and then 20 more of each. Because like from the top. You should see my soul just smile there. Because I said, all right, y'all are broke characters. Like, show some love to Malcolm. He's going to try to do every single challenge, one after the other, starting from the beginning to the finish. This kid, who looked like the average Joe, gets up on there. He blows through C. I'm like, I see you. Goes to B. He's struggling. By then, me and the S-Class folk had finished. But you don't realize what this kid did. He had the absolute drive and heart of a legit anime protagonist. I'm like, oh no, baby. I looked over the S-Class folk like, we ain't done. He's struggling. So I literally had everyone lock up arms, and we all did sit-ups with this kid because I wanted to see him succeed. Push-ups with this kid. He got halfway through A before he had to nearly throw up and couldn't do anymore. So to this day, I will still call it like the Malcolm Challenge if you could do all of them. I can do it yet. But seriously, that kid, if you're watching Malcolm, could be now, could be down the road. I still talk about you, and you still have my respect. And you know what? Y'all should do the same that kid do. He's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome.
That's way cool.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
I love sports for that reason. I love that I was born quirky, weird, ADHD kid with like my parents wouldn't even let me play baseball because my hand-eye coordination was so bad that they were afraid that I would be mocked off of the field and I would lose so much self-esteem that they wouldn't even let me play sports.
Wow.
Yeah. But I found football. I don't know what it was. At some point I became aware that like there's no tryouts for football. It's just if you don't quit, you're allowed to play.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I started playing football, and I played all through college, and ended up lettering all 4 years in college. Yeah, I love that sports says if you can do it, then do it. And it doesn't like at the end of the day, people talking, it's irrelevant. Like what other people think, that if you can prove that you can do it, then everybody can just shut up. And unlike something that's involved with numbers and people can manipulate and make it look like something that it is, you can either do it or not do it when it comes to sports. And I love that if you're willing to work harder than the other person, then you could participate in athletics.
Right.
And I've been have you ever seen the respectful moments in sports?
Go on.
Oh, you haven't seen?
I haven't seen it. Put it up. Put it up.
Okay. They are a series of videos called let's see, Respect in Sports. I'm trying to think of what it was that Respect in SPORT. I'm trying to think of what it was that that led me to find these videos. I think, is it Trend Wave? I'm trying to think.
Through the powers of Trend Wave.
Gosh.
Hey Brad.
What you got?
Let's see. Our homie Messiah says thanks. They really needed to hear that.
Oh, good. That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, Messiah's good people. They really are. Also dope to hear that, Messiah, we almost could have been neighbors. Maybe we were one time. Crazy.
Oh, the world's so much smaller than most people think that it is.
That's some facts. That's some facts.
So you guys will have to forgive the fact that all the thumbnails are clickbait. Is you know what I mean?
You know
Like-
what? You know, hey, man, I'm not going to blame you for where you go on the internet, man. You know, it's
Well, they obviously know what they're doing, right? But then as soon as
Yeah.
you start watching the so any of these,
Mhm.
oh, that's one of my favorites. Have you seen that little
Click it.
clip that was here? Yeah, where the dude, there's a fight and the guy can't he literally like cannot keep going. He can't. Hold on. Let's see. You can tell I've already watched like I got to pay for YouTube Prime again or YouTube whatever
I
it is.
don't. Whatever. Guess what?
Yeah, but I'm so over the ads.
Managing your whatnot, you just got a free advertisement. Yo, welcome.
That's a cool one, but where's the
We
oh,
got 6
there's so
minutes.
many good ones.
We got 6 minutes. Let's get some wholesomeness in
Do you
there.
want to? Okay.
I'm going to pour some more tea.
Do it. This is a runner that could not go on, and so someone from the opposing team carried her through the finish line so that she could complete the race. Like, just unbelievable. Oh man. Just the difference we can make in each other's lives if we just do stuff that's not. Oh, this one was super cool. He tells the ball boy to come and sit down, and then he holds the umbrella for him and gives him his Perrier water.
That's awesome.
I know, right? Like, we can be so good to each other. See, here's the one I was telling you about. He couldn't bring himself to get off, and so his opponent carried him off the field of battle. It's unbelievable. He carried him all the way until he got to his medical team.
That's awesome.
This guy rushed onto the field. Get this. Ronaldo stopped. He got the guy's own phone and he took a selfie with him and then gave him his phone back as they were dragged. Like, unbelievable. This guy, Indy 500, this guy stops his opportunity to win and he gets out and he pulls the other guy to look at that, risks his life to run back and pulls him out during the race. Unbelievable.
Dude, that's a friend for life, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then look at all these people who did the right thing because one guy was willing to make us to do the right thing. Unbelievable.
That's incredible. Oh, he just buckled his knee. Yeah.
But then look, the guy in the other team comes over and stretches him out. Unbelievable. How cool. He's in so much pain, but the guy in the other team, dude, unbelievable.
Wholesome things for Val.
Oh, this one's great. This little kid like somehow got his way onto the rugby and so they staged. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, he's gonna feel like a champion for the rest of his days.
Yes, he'll believe in himself forever.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is cool. They see that they pull this kid away, and then he catches him, and he's like, no, bring that kid back, and the kid's crying. How cool, man!
That's what's up.
He catches them dragging the kid off. Oh man! Oh, I love this. I love this one, dude. Look at his opponent. Look at his opponent. He runs to him.
See, man,
we can be so good to each other. We could be so good to each other. Oh man, so great. So great.
See, these are the things we need to see, my man. These are the things we need to see.
Yeah. These are the images. I want to see these images. I don't want to see anyone else shot by police. I don't want to see anyone else lose their life. I want to see this. Oh man. Oh, so great, man.
It is.
Dude, look at this. Look, he stops his teammate from cleaning that guy's clock. The other guy slapped him in the face. Look at that. And he runs in there to prevent a fight. Unbelievable.
See that? And after that, it's done. It's done.
Watch this. He gets up and he goes over and he gives the ball. Look at that to that little kid.
That's awesome.
So great. It's just unbelievable.
That kid will know kindness for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Like, oh, man.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, man.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Whoa.
Oh, so great. So great.
Guys, these are the things we need. These are the things we need in our lives.
Oh, and he signs his leg.
That's so freaking.
Oh.
He let him kick. Oh. Y'all, when cons come back, I want to go back to doing things. I want to do more than this, man.
Right? Oh, man. He lets him. Oh, man.
See, what makes it respect him more is like they're making it look like he actually.
Oh, have you seen this? This kid with Down syndrome, he agreed to fight him in the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unbelievable, man. It's just people making good choices with their fame and with their platform. Oh,
that's awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh.